There is no denying that the Xbox Series X is an impressive piece of hardware, and priced at $500, it's a steal. But we don't review games and hardware just to say they are as advertised. We review them to see if they are right for the busy gamer. The good news, the Xbox Series X is as advertised. The bad news, depending on your TV setup or games you play, you'll probably want to wait. Let's find out why in our Busy Gamer review of the Xbox Series X. Welcome back to No Time Gamer, the channel helping your gaming sessions be time well spent. The Series X is presented and designed like a premium piece of tech that gives you the I bought something amazing vibe as soon as you open the packaging. And its unassuming monolithic design is great because if you're like me, it's about to hide in your TV stand for the next 5 to 7 years. The Xbox blends right into a home AV setup with only the illuminated Xbox button standing out. Just make sure your TV stand area has good ventilation. Once I had everything in place physically, the software setup was very fast and easy. Microsoft made setup almost effortless, having you use the Xbox app on your phone or tablet, and all your settings can quickly carry over. In all, it took me about 40 minutes to hook up the console, download an update, and get it set up. After it was all set up, the first give and take of the Xbox Series X was revealed. If you've already been playing on an Xbox One, the user interface is almost exactly the same. So much so that my wife and kids didn't even realize there was a new console hooked up. On the bright side, you won't have to learn your way around a new UI, but this dampens the wow factor since it is not a new UI. As far as the games, there aren't any major first-party launch titles by Microsoft. But that doesn't mean there aren't titles to show off your console's capabilities. Watch Dogs Legion, Forza Horizon 4, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and a good number more all can be upgraded for free to optimized for Series X versions that have better visuals and performance. Check out the list of optimized games in the description. Updates are required for these enhancements, so plan on spending some time to get them downloaded or wait until the updates are downloaded in the background. Once you're ready to play, your experience is going to greatly depend on your TV's capabilities. Alright, confession time. My TV when I first hooked up my Series X was 1080p, 60Hz, and with no HDR capability. This made the jump in visuals minor, other than the ray tracing. Jedi Fallen Order looked great with a solid frame rate, and ray tracing, which greatly affects how lights and images reflect on surfaces, was very noticeable in Watch Dogs Legion and Forza Horizon 4. But not having 4K, 120Hz, or HDR dampened the glamour of upgrading. The next day, I bought a new TV and the experience was so much better. Colors popped and games looked smooth at higher frame rates. For the busy gamer, if you're not equipped with a mid to top tier TV and you can't drop the cash to upgrade right now, you're not going to get the full range of the Series X visual enhancements out of the box. But don't fret, there are still some amazing features that may motivate you to purchase it sooner than later. Xbox Series X's hardware has a lot of quality of life features built into it. First, the quick resume feature that allows you to swap rapidly between several games works as advertised. Mostly. At launch, some games that are Series X optimized don't seem to work with the quick resume. I'm sure this will get ironed out with an update, but most games work with the feature. It seems weird to swap between multiple games at a time, but I love going from searching for hidden collectibles in Jedi Fallen Order to drifting corners in Forza Horizon 4 to getting my indie fix with a Game Pass title. It only takes a few seconds to swap and you pick up right where you left off. And games load so much faster, especially if you have them installed on the internal SSD. The loading is quick and my patience was never overextended, so I could stay in the rhythm of a game much better. Finally, new networking hardware lets you take full advantage of your ISP, so the Xbox won't be the limiting factor in downloads anymore. All these features mean less time waiting and more time to play. A few other details to note before I wrap this up. Games and hardware are backwards compatible, except for the Kinect. Heck, even my Xbox One Media Remote works. You can also bring your game and app library over quickly if you have them installed on an external USB 3.0 hard drive, and it only takes a few minutes to transfer a game to the internal SSD. On the downside, if you have an older soundbar or surround system that uses digital optical, you're SOL. That port is gone along with the IR blaster that was part of the Xbox One line. But the Series X does provide HDMI control if your TV or audio receiver allows that functionality. The Xbox Series X truly is a great gaming console. It does just about everything it said it would with no hangups or reservations. But the justification of the $500 price tag comes down to your TV setup and the games you own or want to own. If you have a quality TV and are ready to dive into the Series X optimized games, you'll get everything the Series X has to offer. If you're sporting a budget TV and don't care much about the list of optimized games, then your gains with the new console will be minimal. So for busy gamers, we recommend you wait to get the Xbox Series X until you have the TV to maximize the new console or the games are released that you really have to play. Are you looking to get a new Xbox as soon as possible, or are you going to wait for it? Let us know in the comments. While you're here, check out some of these videos to see what other games could be time well spent.